Julia prided herself on keeping her kitchen spotless. Counters gleamed. Cutting boards sparkled. Every night, the sink shone like new. Her family often joked, "You could eat off this floor." But over the past month, something strange had started. It began with her youngest son, a mild stomach bug. Then her husband spent a weekend battling nausea. Soon after, Julia herself had days of discomfort after simple meals. At first, she blamed the market. Maybe the eggs were bad. Maybe it was the lettuce. But week after week, the pattern continued. One night, sitting with her family, she said, "I don't understand. I clean everything. Why do we keep getting sick?" Before we continue, if you enjoy learning how true stories can protect your health, take a moment to subscribe to Health Chronicles. You'll find practical lessons in every story we tell. Determined to protect her family, Julia redoubled her efforts. Bleach on the counters after every meal. Disinfectant sprays throughout the day. Boiling water poured over cutting boards. She even soaked the sponge in bleach solution overnight. Yet somehow, the sicknesses kept coming. Her youngest complained of nausea again. Her daughter developed an upset stomach after lunch. And Julia herself felt uneasy after a simple sandwich. Now meals were filled with tension. Even foods they loved seemed risky. Frustrated and anxious, Julia reached out for help. Through a local group, she found a food safety consultant. He listened carefully and asked one simple question. "What's your cleaning routine?" Julia proudly described every step. The sprays, the bleach, the daily deep cleaning. When the consultant inspected her kitchen, he found some surprises. First, the sponge. Soaked in bleach, yes, but now loaded with resistant bacteria. Bleach doesn't fully penetrate sponge pores, and creates a false sense of safety. Second, the cutting board. Visibly clean, but deep knife grooves had trapped microscopic food particles. Bleach damaged the board surface, allowing bacteria to hide inside. Third, hand hygiene. Julia used antibacterial gel constantly, but didn't always wash with soap and water between handling raw and cooked foods. The consultant explained. Cleaning is essential, but over-sanitizing can backfire. Some harsh chemicals don't fully kill bacteria, they select for resistant strains. And damaged surfaces can become bacterial havens. Even worse, using one sponge for multiple surfaces spreads contamination invisibly. Julia had unknowingly created an environment where harmful bacteria could survive, while beneficial microbes were destroyed. The family's recurring illnesses likely stemmed from cross-contamination, not from the market food itself. If you're finding this story helpful, don't forget to like this video. It helps us reach more people with life-saving health information. Julia was devastated. She had poured her heart into keeping her family safe. Yet her own cleaning habits had made things worse. But with guidance, she transformed her routine. She replaced old sponges with washable cloths, changed daily and washed at high heat. She switched to mild soap and hot water for regular surface cleaning. She reserved bleach only for occasional deep cleaning, and made sure to rinse surfaces thoroughly. She invested in new cutting boards, using color-coded boards to separate raw meat, vegetables, and cooked foods. Most importantly, she corrected her hand hygiene. She washed with soap and water between tasks, not relying on gels alone. Within 2 weeks, the pattern broke. No more stomach bugs. No more unexplained nausea. Mealtimes became joyful again. And Julia finally had peace of mind, knowing she had made her kitchen truly safe. Lessons. Overcleaning with harsh chemicals can damage surfaces and promote resistant bacteria. Always use mild soap and hot water for regular cleaning. Reserve bleach or disinfectants for periodic deep cleaning, and rinse properly. Replace sponges often, or use washable cloths, cleaned daily at high heat. Never cross-contaminate raw and cooked foods, use separate, color-coded cutting boards. Wash hands thoroughly with soap and water between tasks, not just with gels. And remember, a healthy kitchen is not just about looking clean. It's about smart cleaning and safe food handling. If this story opened your eyes, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Together, we make health knowledge simple and powerful.